See all the girlies. Okay, I have talked about my dogs and the relationship of my dogs so many times, but I'm always getting new subscribers, and when I'm talking about my dogs, I haven't inserted in other videos. I'm going to do a special video just about my dogs so that I can, refer people to a certain video. And also, whenever, we get people that come into our house to do work, or, Brian's bringing new friends over. He's got a friend here from Switzerland right now. And that was one of the, first things that he was asking, what was the relationship between any of these dogs, or any of them related? Okay. The answer to that question is no, they're not related. Let me give explanation of our dogs. Okay, Lucy, who's walking away there, and she has the grayest muzzle. That's Lucy. She is 8 years old. She will be 9 in June. Okay, now, before I explain that, I have to explain this picture. Those boxers there, the one on the left is Aslan, and the one that you see the most of in the front, that's Noah, and that was our Persian cat, Elsa. And we had Elsa when we came here. We had Aslan when we came here 8 years ago. And actually, in September, it'll be 9 years that we've been here. Okay, right before we moved here in September of 2007, August 4th of 2007, Noah, she had cancer. We had to put her down. I was so heartbroken and so devastated, and Aslan was heartbroken and devastated. We actually had Noah for 2 years before we got Aslan, so see, he grew up with her, and it wasn't like a son-mother relationship between them. They grew together. They became like, husband and wife, they were just very close. And Aslan was my shadow. He was very, very close to me. And I mean, like, he loved me more than he loved anybody. And I even used to think he loved me more than Noah, but I found out that was very wrong. And, animals, they have emotions just like we do. And I had heard about people that had had multiple dogs, that they were either close, or it was a mother with one of their puppies that grew up with them. Anyway, when one would die, the other one would die not long after that, because they get heartbroken. Okay, so Noah, she died August of 2007. I was devastated. I was heartbroken. And Aslan was very sad. He wouldn't even eat. That's how bad it was for him. And so I told Harry, we got to go get another dog. So we went, and that's when we got Lucy. And then within 7 weeks, we moved. 6 weeks, 7 weeks, whatever. When we came here, so then we had Lucy, we had Aslan, and we had the Persian cat, Elsa, that you saw. Elsa was 14. Elsa never wanted to go outside really, except like on the porch, or, well, not this porch, but like when we would sit outside in Chicago on our porch or on our patio, she would go. If she ventured in off of the concrete part, it was always into the bushes. I think she was sick too with cancer or something, because I noticed she had lost a lot of weight. You could feel through all her fur. You could feel like her bones and so forth. So we lost her a few days after we moved here. We have her buried in the backyard. But Aslan, I could tell he was not getting happier. He wasn't getting better. Even having Lucy. Lucy would try to play with him. At first, he used to growl at her and make her go away, snarl and snap at her. Not snap to bite, but just like, get out of my space type of a thing. He didn't want her playing. And her being a puppy, she wanted to play. And I kept telling Harry, I think what's going to end up happening is, Aslan's going to get like a lot of these other dogs. He's eventually going to die of a broken heart. I said, I don't want Lucy in the middle of any of that. I said, we have to get another dog. So we got another dog, and her name is Ellie, and I'll show you a picture of her. Okay, there's Ellie, and that's Lucy. And Lucy was probably, let's see, this was 2012, I think. And Ellie was 20 months old there. So Lucy, you know, she was a year older. So she was about 3, something like that, 3.5. So who does that look like to you? Her name is Ellie, but who does that look like? It looks like Chloe. Chloe, come here, good girl. See, they look alike. Now, let me show you this. Here's this other picture. Whoops. That's Ellie. That's our first Ellie. You see the other little brindle? The other little brindle is Chloe. Okay, so what ended up happening was we got Ellie, and she grew to be an adult. And then probably about a year and a half, almost 2 years of having her, Aslan finally gave up in life, which we expected. He was, like I said, he was very heartbroken. And he got real sick, and we had to put him down. And so the thing was, we knew he was getting really bad. So I told Harry, I said, let's go to the same breeder that we got Ellie. Let's go to the same breeder and see if they'll be breeding any puppies any soon, because Ellie, you know, she seemed to be healthy and good girl and everything. And so it just so happened that her mother and father had bred another litter, and the mother was pregnant. And so when the puppies were born, Aaron, and it was an Amish family, Aaron, he called us and told us to come pick out a puppy. And so we picked out Chloe. And we got Chloe in February of, let's see, did I say, I said 2012. Ellie is 6 now. Yeah, no, Chloe is 6 now. Chloe was born in 2010 because she's 6. So yeah, 2008 is when Ellie was born. And so, like I said, we went in 2010 and we got Chloe, and we thought, well, this will be nice. There's Lucy and there's the 2 sisters, and the 2 sisters can grow up together. A month after, seriously, we had, let's see, Chloe was born in February. We picked her up in April. Early May, we noticed a huge lump on the side of Ellie. Took her to the doctor. She had a rare bone cancer. We spent a ton of money to try to get her well. And it was a fast spreading cancer, and there was no hope. So we had to put her down. And that was very heartbreaking for us. That was in May, then of 2010. And Lucy was really sad. See, she got sad now because she had grown up with Ellie from the time she was a little puppy herself. And so it was nice because we loved Ellie, and because Chloe looks so much like her sister, it's almost like still having her here. So that's been the nice thing about it. But I was devastated again, and I saw Lucy was really, really sad, even though she had Chloe. And one thing about Lucy here, Lucy has always been very mothering. Every time we've gotten a new puppy, she just takes over the mother role and mothers those puppies. And so I thought maybe that will cheer her up, because she was only 3 at the time. I thought, you know, maybe this will help her. Let's go get another dog. So it was mid-May of 2010 that we had to put Ellie down. And at the time that we were putting Ellie down, then our new Ellie, this is Ellie, and she was born May then of 2010. And we got her July of 2010. That's when we were able to pick her up. So at the time that our first Ellie was leaving the world, our new Ellie was coming in. And just in memory of our other Ellie, because she was only 20 months old. She didn't even live to be 2 years old. So just to keep her life a memory for all of us, I wanted to name the new dog Ellie. So that's why Ellie is Ellie. And then, so that explains the 3 dogs. So they all came from different litters. That's how they came to our family. And then in 2014, my daughter saw on, you know, like on Facebook, certain towns, they have like yard sale, garage sale, like where people can go and sell their stuff, you know, online. And this one fella from a couple towns over, he had 2 boxers, and one of them was Lacey, and he was wanting to sell her. I don't want to go into all of the issues. I've already talked about it before, and I'll make this video long. But anyway, she was very skinny. I mean, you could see every bone in her body. And the thing was, she wasn't eating, and I think it's because they had a boy boxer, and he snarled and growled at her all the time, and they only had 1 dog dish and 1 water dish. See, with my dogs, I have separate bowls because that's what you're supposed to do. They get territorial. And I think every time that she went to go eat, the boy dog would not let her eat. I'm assuming that's probably why she was very thin. But if you've been a subscriber of mine for a long time, I'll wait for the clock. You know the story about that. You've seen Lacey, when she was really skinny. You've seen her, grow and put on weight and everything. So she was a year old, October of 2014 when we got her. She was born August of 2013. So we got her, and her name was Lucy. But because we already had a Lucy, we had to get a name that was close to Lucy, that it would not confuse her. So that's where I came up with Lacey. And you've seen Lacey, and she's a very healthy dog. So there's Lacey, and you can see no bones are showing. She's put on weight, and she's a healthy girl. So she's 2. This August she'll be 3. So she'll be 9, she'll be 3, and these 2 are 6. And they love each other, they get along great, they love to play with each other, they snuggle with each other. But anyway, that is how we got all of our dogs. And no, they're not related. They all came from different litters. If we would have had our original Ellie and Chloe would be natural blood sisters. But then if we still had our other Ellie, then we wouldn't have this Ellie. And I would be sad because I love her. So anyway, this video is about the girlies. So say goodbye, girlies. Say bye, friends.